Today we will perform line coding, which is experiment number 6 in digital communication lab. This is our kit for line coding trainer kit, and we can get the output in this DSO. And in the line coding trainer kit, this is data generator, this is encoder part, and this is decoder part, and these are the different types of signals and which we have to check. This is our observation table, and in this observation table this is the different signal, and we will measure the amplitude and frequency of these different signals for encoder part and as well as for decoder part. The signals are same. Now with this switch we will give the input data. This is the 1 part and this is the 0 part, and with this switch we can change the input from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. This is the data part. And this is the ground connection. You can see that this is the output for 1 and this is the output for 0. This is our input data. After that, we'll make the connection from data to the data of encoder, and from clock to the clock part of encoder to synchronize the clock. From this port, we'll take the output. And in NRZL we get the output this is the data output and this is the NRZL output. When we give the input 1, we will get the output 1 in NRZL, and we will give the 0, we will also get the 0 in the output of NRZL. Okay, then we will measure the output of NRZM. You can see that when the input is 1, we will get the high peak, and when the input is 0, we will get the no change, that means we high. This is for input 1 will get low, and in the 0 position there is no change. After that we will take the output of RZ. In RZ we can see that the if we give the input 1, this position of 1 will get 1, and half of the position will get 0, and in 0 there is no change. You can see that this is 1, half of the position we get high peak, and half of this one position will get negative or 0, and when we give the input 0, there is no change in the output of RZ. After that, we will take the output of Manchester. In Manchester, we will get the half of the positive output. That means when we give 1, half of this positive output is 1. You can see that in the position of 1 will get the half positive and half negative, and in the position of 0 will also get half positive and half negative. After that, we will take the output from biphase M. In biphase M, when give the input 1, will get the half of the input 1 and half of this is 0, and in 0 there is no change. After that, when we give again 1 input, we will get the half of the input is 0 and half of the input is 1, but we will get again in the 0 position, there is no change. This is the encoder output. And we will make the connection again. And this is our decoder part. You can see that in the decoder part of NRZ, we can get the data. Then we make the connection from this. You can see that this is the decoder output. Actually, we will get the decoder part. We will give into the input. That means our data input. This is the this get in the practical value. And this is the last output, decoded output, that means biphase mark output. Some delay is there due to some noise. This is the line coding experiment, and we have to measure the amplitude and frequency for for these signals. Okay, thank you. This is the encoder part output. Suppose this is inert ZL, and the amplitude of inert ZL is, you can see, 5.52 volt, and the frequency is 246.1 Hertz. Like this way, we'll measure all this, and we'll fill up the observation table of encoder, as well as I will take one output from this decoder part also. And in this decoder part, inert ZL, the amplitude is 5.28 volt, and the frequency is 307.8 Hertz. Actually, in ideal value, this must be same, but we will get the practical value. Some noise and distortion is there, so we will get some difference from within this value. Okay, thank you.